Is it working now? Yay, it's working now. Good lord. Ugh. Well, either way, can you hear me? I can hear me, so that's good. Yay! Good show. Yeah, I know, right? I'm really killing it already, just starting off, and we're solved an audio issue in the first 10 minutes. Cool. All right, so everything sounds good? Hopefully. Okay, cool. I see volume on my end, so I was just making sure you saw volume on your end. If you do, we're good. That's fantastic. You know what? Not recording it. I'm going to leave it the way it is because I don't want to break anything. Always got to start me off with something that's going to throw me out of the loop. I was like in such a good groove with everything, and now I'm just going to be totally messed up for the rest of the show. So that's cool. Great start. No, it's okay. We'll be all right. We'll make it. So this stream has a title. It's a process, and the whole idea of it being that it's a process. Everything's a process. Life is a process. Being alive is a process. Learning, growing, healing, all those things, they're all processes. Getting hurt, also a process, actually. Everything is a process, and that's kind of the nature of everything. And so that's more or less what I've been focusing on with all of this. I have an album coming out later this year called Way Anchor, and it's about my latest process, which is healing myself, getting past a lot of the shit that I've experienced in my life, getting past a lot of the pain that I've had and struggles that I've had. And so it's a very intimate and personal album, more so than anything I've written. And so I'm going to be playing everything that I'm going to play except for one song is from that album. The first song is not going to be from that album, and I'm going to talk a little bit about each one as I go into it. I'm not going to bog it down too much, especially because we've already lost 5 minutes to tech issues. Cool. But the first song, like I said, does not come off of Way Anchor. It actually is going to be not released ever. I have no intention of releasing it. It's just a song I wrote that I enjoy playing, and it's a lot of fun. Pulling from the western vibes of back when I was living in Texas for the past few years. I wrote it kind of shortly after I moved up here to Cleveland, Ohio, and was just drawing a lot of that in. It's called Samson. It's about the biblical figure Samson. And yeah, there's some personal notes to it too, of course, but it's just a fun little western style song. To great start. Yeah, so that's going to be the most different thing that I play tonight out of the 5 songs that I've got planned. The next one is much more somber, and weirdly, a little bit more Western. Get some stuff turned on here. How's everybody doing? We all good? We all good? All right. Yeah, so I said I was going to kind of introduce some of these songs. I turned the delay on too early. I'm a hot mess tonight. So I said I was going to introduce some of these songs. This next one is called Run Me Through, and it's... My family has a long history of addiction and addictive tendencies. And somehow, in the midst of all of that, I managed to inherit none of those and like all of the other self-destructive tendencies that somebody could have. So this song came from that experience of being somehow not an addict, but messed up in every other way that you possibly could be. And it's called Run Me Through, and it's about those things in family and blood that stick to you and run you through. Now I'm going to turn the delay on. Yeah, so that was run me through. Now I gotta do a little bit of silly little setup stuff, hang on. Thank you, I appreciate that. So, I don't need the guitar for this one, this is a keyboard song. I love keyboard songs. I have misrepresented myself for the past almost year now, which is crazy. So I've been composing for 15 years, actually longer than that. I just say 15 years. Thanks. I've been composing for 15 years, like semi-seriously. I've been playing music since I was like 3. Since I was a little itty baby boy, banging on my dad's keyboard. Never took lessons. The only classically trained instrument I have is saxophone, and I was in a band in middle school and high school for saxophone. Still love it. Not my main instrument. Keyboard is the one that keeps me coming back. Keyboard and pianos. The sound of it, the feel of it, everything about it is so visceral and real for me. And so this past year, because I had been composing on keyboard for 15 years, I was like, I'm gonna do something else. No more keyboards. And I just totally ditched them. And then I realized that I've like actually started to gain people who follow me in the past year or so, who have no idea that the guitar is not my thing. I really didn't take learning guitar seriously until I ditched all the keyboards. So everything I do on guitar is like new. Keyboard is where I live. This song that I'm gonna play next, yeah, had to make sure I was right on my set list. This song that I'm gonna play next is The Reason We're Here, which sounds really dramatic. But it is the reason that we're here. It's the reason I'm doing this live stream. In a lot of ways, it's the reason I'm here right now today. And it's definitely the reason the Way Anchor exists. I wrote it at a time when I was completely lost. I was gone. Like, whenever I say I was gone, I mean, it took me months to get memory of this period of almost 2 years back. I was so gone and lost. And if you hear my cat in the background, she's agreeing she was there. And she's a lot of the reason why this happened. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what was going on. I was completely gone. And whenever I wrote this song, it was one of those very brief moments where there she is. Don't play live shows with cats. That's the lesson from tonight. No, so when I wrote this song, it was one of the brief moments where I actually did kind of know that I didn't know where I was. And for the first time ever, I felt lyrics coming out of me. I've never been a lyrical person until that point, and I just had words for so many stories, so many things I'd been through. And there's a lot. And this one in particular was something I had been trying to say, a story I'd been trying to tell for almost 10 years. And it included an apology that I had been trying to make for almost 10 years. And then I kept it to myself because I do that, and I don't do these things. Because, unfortunately, in all honesty, the people that need the apology aren't here anymore. And you can't really apologize to a dead person in any way that actually matters. So I just kind of kept that to myself for the past year and a half, and this is the first time I will be playing this song in front of people, and sharing it with people. And I don't know, I guess it just kind of feels like that is overdue. And I've been sitting on it for too long, and I'm really excited to not sit on it. And I really hope I don't mess it up, because that would be so upsetting. I don't think I will, though. I've played this song 1,000 times. It's called Felling, as in felling a great tree. And, yeah, it's about taking down the demons of your past and letting things be. Making sure I'm in the right spot. I have a couple keyboards.
We buried our wishes in the backyard with age. A long road ahead. If something didn't change, lantern-lit headstones winding past our eyes, an unholy prize. We didn't find it strange when they spoke of curses. That's just what people do. Hushed tones on their fanfare to drown out their lies. If they're right, pull me into the night, and I'm wandering will I into the night, and I'm walking without into the night, and I'm wandering will I into the night, and I'm walking without you. Cliffside was perfect, I'd share it with you, but you haven't been here in quite some time. A deafening silence fills the space to my side, and I always know now, as punishment for my crimes, the door's locked on entry. Is that how it works, or is it just for me? The oracles have no rhymes. I begged for clarity in darkness. All that came was shallow silence. Doesn't even reach my bones anymore. And the shroud of sanity lights my mind, and I can see just for a fleeting moment, and then it's gone. And it seems they were right. Pull me into the night, and I'm wandering will I into the night, and I'm walking without into the night, and I'm wandering will I into the night, and I'm walking on without you.
Cool. All right, back to the guitar for one more shot, and then we will be going back to the keyboard for the last song. I always have a hard time whenever I do set lists picking the last song I want to play. Because it's got to be impactful, right? That's the idea, is the last song has to be the note that you leave somebody on, the note that you leave the audience on. And it's hard to choose that sometimes. In this case, the last stream that I did, the song that I'm about to play was the last song. It was the newest one I had written, and it felt right for the last song. It still feels right for the last song, but I wanted to play the new thing at the very end, so I decided to not do that. So what I'm going to play for you next is an interesting one that I wrote on my roof very recently. Cool, that's good. Yeah, I wrote it in a cycle that I have a tendency to do. I do it 3 to 5 times a year. And basically I just kind of leave my life on cruise control because whenever I'm as isolated as I like to be, or tend to be at the very least, it's easy to do that. And then I invite people to actually understand me and change something, my job, whatever it is. And then suddenly I realize, oh no, I have problems, I gotta fix those. And I rapid fire try to fix them in like a week, and that never works. And so I recently had a moment where I was like, oh shit, if I keep doing this, I'm never gonna be okay. I'm never gonna live a life that I want. I'm never gonna be happy. I'm never gonna have good things that actually stick around. I'm just gonna keep screwing everything up like I have been for my whole life. And sitting on my roof, playing with my guitar, I came across this, and it came out from all the noise. And I decided to call it From All That Noise. your scars, ask what you won't answer. You don't see where you are. You don't see where you are. You don't see where you are. You don't see. All right. Now for the last one, and I got a little bit more setup to do. Hang on. There we go. All right. So yeah, like I think I said earlier, this last one is also a keyboard song, and it's the most recent song I wrote, which is exciting. I always love doing that. I don't have a title for it. I've gone through 1,000 different titles for it. None of them feel right, so I don't know. Yeah, I read it very recently, actually very quickly on my lunch break at work, which was just strange. I was just messing around with my keyboard, and it was and I came up with an idea. And this is that idea, and it doesn't have a title, so sorry, it's hard to introduce it. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it.
all your life and give up on that fight. Relinquish all your life and give up on that fight.
You know, I don't know why I thought that would be longer. But 45 minutes is about right. That is all the music I had planned for the set tonight. Um, like I said, everything except for the first song, Samson, comes off of Way Anchor, which is my new album. This microphone covers up too much of my face. My new album coming out this fall. I don't have a release date for you yet. I will let you know when I do. But it is very exciting. It's really weird for me, which is funny because it's super normal for a lot of people to make this kind of music. Maybe not quite this kind of music, but this is much more in the normal variety than what I normally make. So it's weird for me. It's normal for you guys, I guess. But I don't think I've been as proud as I am of anything else I've done. I'm very proud of so much of what I've done, but this album, these songs, the work that I put into it, and you're hearing the live versions, which are, I'm going to be totally honest, not as good as the recorded versions. That's just how my music works. I love playing live. It's not as good as the recording for me. So, yeah, I am extremely excited. I'm extremely proud of everything that I've managed to put together and accomplish. And I'm extremely, extremely grateful for everybody coming to watch me perform, which is still doing it 6 years and it's still a trip for me. The fact that people like this. But this is amazing. I love doing these shows. I love playing for people. I personally believe that music is a two-way street. I'm not one of those artists and creators who looks at it as I make music and it's just that's the end of it. I make it and then it's out there, and if you don't listen to it correctly or you don't hear the message in it, boo on you. I'm not one of those guys. I personally believe that I create it with an idea in mind. I create it with a thought in mind and a feeling and a story. If you listen to it and you hear that story, that's amazing. But you're going to hear what you need to hear. You're going to hear what you want to hear. You're going to hear your story. And that's the reason that this is so cool. So, yeah. Heck yeah, I am actually, that's a really important thing. So, this fall, I don't know if it's going to come out with the digital release, but when I come out with Way Anchor, my plan is to have a physical release of the album for the first time ever. Even if it's just CDs. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it. You can quote me on that. I will do it. So I'm super excited about that. I've never done a physical release. I've always wanted to do one. So Way Anchor will have a physical release, and that's really exciting. It's extra exciting. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, I've got you signed up for a physical copy. Absolutely. Hell yeah. And again, thanks everybody for coming to listen. This is so much fun for me to do, and it's always more fun the more people that come. and engage with it. And the more I see you guys talking, it's awesome. I absolutely fucking love it. It's so good. So thank you, everybody. I'm so happy that you came, and I hope you had a good time, because I certainly did. And Clarity's saying goodbye as well. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah. Until the next time, trying to do these every 2 weeks or so, 2, 3 weeks. We might skip a week here and there, but till the next time, thanks everybody. I'll see you later.